Hi, my grade 11 students. Today I am here to teach you supporting services. This is the grade 11 first lesson, part 2. Last time we discussed trade. The lesson is trade and supporting services, right? In the previous chapter, we have done trade. Trade we classified into two categories: domestic trade and international trade. Domestic trade again we classified into two categories: retail trade and wholesale trade. Under the retail trade we discuss about the definition, characteristics, importance and types of retail trade. After that we discuss about the wholesale trade. There also we defined what is wholesale. Then I have given some examples and characteristics. Finally, we discussed the differences between wholesale and retail. After that, we have done what? International trade. International trade, again, we classified into two categories: import trade and export. There also we have done examples and everything. That is the first part. Right? Now, I am going to start second part of the lesson. It is supporting services. Supporting services. Supporting services. May I give any support to you? Like you tell to someone, to your friend, may I give support? Support means help. So, other word we use for the supporting services what? Help in services. The other word is auxiliary services. These are the other words we use for the supporting services, right? Then, today, supporting services. Supporting services. Then, what do you mean by supporting services? Services which are given to facilitate trade. Facilitate trade is called as supporting services. What is the service which give support, which give help to conduct trade activities? That service is called supporting service. Right? There are main 4 supporting services in your syllabus. What are they? First one is banking. You know banking, right? You can deposit money, you can withdraw money, you can earn interest for your deposits, you can obtain bank loan, you can get bank overdraft facilities. These are the different services given by the bank. We discussed deeply in this chapter, right? The other one is insurance. Insurance. You know insurance, property insurance. Sometime you may have life insurance policies for your family, right? Then so these are the insurance. Insurance also will give big support to the businessmen to conduct their business operations smoothly and effectively. We discuss about insurance also. Then communication. These days we use different communication medias, right, to communicate a lot of things to your friends, to your relations, right? Then communication also will give big help to the businessmen to conduct their business activities. We discussed about that helping service also. The other one is transportation. Transportation is also the other supporting service which give big helps to the businessmen to conduct their business operations. Now, what is supporting services? Supporting services is services. There are a lot of services now. What are they? Banking, insurance, communication, transportation. These all are the supporting services. Here we discuss not only one supporting service, we discuss set of supporting services, right? Then that's why we say here supporting services. Services which are given to facilitate trade, which are given to facilitate trade is called as supporting services, right? What are the main 4 supporting services? First one is banking. Second one, insurance. Third one, communication. Fourth one, transportation, right? Now, we move to the first supporting service. It is banking. Banking services. You have heard this word, banking services. Generally, we obtain bank loans, we deposit money, we can earn interest, we can get bank overdraft facilities from the bank. These are the general activities given by the bank, provided by the bank. But today we discuss a lot of things deeply about banking services, right? We'll see here. The services offered by the banks to the businessmen to conduct their business activities successfully are known as banking services. Are known as banking services. Again, what is banking services? Banking services are the services offered by the banks to the businessmen to conduct their business activities successfully are known as banking services. Banking services, right? Examples, we can give examples for the different banks, commercial banks, savings bank, the other one central bank. Central bank is the main financial institutes which handle all the financial institutes in Sri Lanka, right? It is the authorized organization. Generally we say central bank, right? Then, but we discuss about here especially commercial bank in your syllabus. Commercial bank is not that blue color board, right? So with the blue color board, it is one of the commercial bank, but generally we give commercial bank. It will provide different activities, different services to the businessman. So we discuss deeply about them today, right? Commercial banks. Commercial banks are the institutes providing various banking services while maintaining current accounts. This word is very important word in this definition. Why? Current accounts are maintained by only commercial banks, right? Other banks can't maintain current account for the businessman. Only one type of bank is here. It is commercial bank. They can maintain current account to the businessman, right? Then, and other accounts. These are also known as licensed commercial banks due to the fact that they are operated under the license issued from the Central Bank of Sri Lanka. Central Bank of Sri Lanka will issue a license to the commercial banks to conduct their business activities. That's why we say they are licensed commercial banks, right? Now, these commercial banks we can classify it into two categories. How? Local commercial banks and foreign commercial banks. Local commercial banks and foreign commercial banks, right? Local commercial bank, what are they? Bank of Ceylon, BOC, Bank of Ceylon, right? People's Bank, commercial bank. I told it to you before. Commercial bank is one of the commercial bank, right? Then Sampath Bank. Actually, these two are private sector commercial bank, right? Ownership goes to the private, but commercial bank. Bank of Ceylon and People's Bank, these are the government commercial bank. Commercial banks. This ownership goes to the government. This ownership goes to the private sector. But both are commercial banks, right? The other one is foreign commercial banks. HSBC, Hong Kong and Shanghai Bank Corporation. It is the long word. HSBC, Hong Kong and Shanghai Bank Corporation Limited, right? The other one is Amana Bank. These are just examples for the commercial banks. Okay. Then there are two types of services provided by commercial banks. Two types of services provided by commercial banks to the businessman. What are the main two services provided by them? Services related to the deposits. Here we talk about deposits. Right? What are the deposits accounts? Savings accounts, fixed deposit accounts, current accounts. Here especially we discuss deeply about current accounts, right? Then savings account. S-A means savings account, right? I use here short words. Fixed deposits, the other account. C-A means what? Current account. I use a short word, deeply I discuss, right? Then services related to the deposits. Under this, we discuss about savings account, fixed deposit accounts and current account. What do you mean by savings accounts? Savings account means I think you all have savings account, right? Then you can deposit money there, right? Any amount of money you can deposit anytime, right? Anytime you can withdraw money. They will issue a debit card or ATM card to withdraw money, right? So you should have enough money to withdraw from in your account, right? Then it is savings account. They will pay a certain amount of interest rate for you for the available balance of the savings account, right? The other one is fixed deposit. Fixed deposit is fixed. It is not changed, fixed, right? Actually here you have to deposit large amount of money, 10,000, 50,000, 100,000, 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, like. At once you deposit. You have to keep this money a certain amount of period, right? Before the period, you can't withdraw money. You have to keep them until the maturity date. Maturity date means end of the agreed period, right? So they will give more interest rate for the available money in the fixed deposits than savings account. They never issue debit card or ATM card against to the fixed deposit account, right? The other one is current account. You know about the check transactions. Only the current account will give the facility to issue checks to the businessman, right? These topics will be discussed today. And these services related to the deposit, there are three accounts: savings, fixed deposit and current account. The other one is services related to the electronic cash. Services related to the electronic cash. Here, specially we discuss about main three electronic cash. What are they? Debit card. We discuss about the debit card. Debit card. What else? You know, credit card, right? Credit card. Credit card. The other card is ATM card. ATM. Automated Teller Machine. ATM. Right? Then we discuss about this everything in this chapter. Right? Now we move to the services related to the deposits. Services related to the deposits. The commercial banks maintain various deposits account in order to provide other opportunity for the businessman to deposit their excess money and to facilitate their business transactions. There are different types of deposit accounts are as follows, right? Then commercial bank will provide different facilities to the businessman maintaining three types of accounts. Savings accounts. The other one, fixed deposit account. The other one, current account. Right? Now, you know, under the supporting services, especially we discuss about banking services. Banking services, especially we discuss today about commercial banks. Commercial bank provide two types of services. One is services related to the deposits. The other one is services related to the electronic cash. Under the services related to the deposits, we discuss about main three accounts. One is savings, the other one is fixed deposit, the other one is current account. Right? Under the services related to the electronic cash, we discuss about three types of cards: debit cards, credit cards and ATM cards. Right? Now we continue from savings account. Savings account, right? We'll see now what is the savings account. Businessmen as well as any individual can deposit money and withdraw money at any time from their accounts. If you have a savings account, you can deposit any amount of money to your savings account, right? If you want to withdraw money anytime, right, you can withdraw money at any time. They will issue ATM card facility for you. Then you can go to the ATM machine and you enter your card and you enter your PIN number. Then you can withdraw money, how much you need, but you should have enough money in your account, right? So if you don't have enough money in the bank account, you can't withdraw, right? Then the other one, then here they will give a certain amount of interest for the available money in your savings account. These are the different examples. Try to remember. Dana Yojana savings account, savings account for women, senior citizens account. Especially in Sri Lanka, government will give highest interest rate for the senior citizens savings account than normal savings account, right? Then what are the advantages of savings account? If you have a savings account, what are the benefits you can get it? One is security of money. Remember, if you deposit your money in the bank, they will protect your money. High security is there, right? Then if you keep your money with you, then sometimes you may spend this money for different activities. Sometimes you can't protect your money. Why? Then you think what you feel. So if you want to buy something, you go to the shop and you can buy. Again, you think to buy another thing. So you go to the shop and you supermarket or somewhere, you buy something, right? Then you lost your money, right? You can't protect your money. The most suitable place is the bank. If you have excess money, it's better place is, ideal place is where you deposit your money in the savings account. Then for that available money, you can earn additional income as interest, right? Then security of money. Earning an interest, yeah. They will pay interest income for you. If you keep your money, definitely you will spend your money. Then what happen? End of the day, you say, no money, empty pocket, right? Like that. So, but if you keep your money, if you deposit your money in the savings account, you can earn additional income as interest. They will protect your money. If you need to withdraw money, using the ATM card, you can withdraw money, right? Then ATM facility also provided by the bank against your savings account, right? The other one is debit card facility. Debit card facility, yeah. Debit card facility means they will issue a card to you. Then using this card, you can buy goods and services, right? Then after purchasing goods, then you can give your debit card to the cashier. Cashier will swipe that card and they will deduct the value of the bill from your savings account money, right? So it is a good facility for you, right? It's why you can save your money, you can earn interest. If you need to buy something using the debit card, you can buy goods and services, right? These are the importance of, advantages of, benefits of having savings account. Repeat it. Security of money. You can protect your money, right? Then earning an interest. Bank will give interest income for you for the available money in the savings account. The other advantage of that, right? Then ATM facility. Then they will issue a card you to withdraw money using this ATM card, right? Then you go to the ATM machine and you enter your card to the ATM machine. You go to the ATM machine and you enter the card to the ATM machine. You have to enter your PIN number, right? Secret number, PIN number. Then you can withdraw money, right? Then debit card facility also provided by the bank if you have savings account, right? These are the advantages, benefits of having savings account. Now you can think, how to open savings account? This is the steps. These are the steps. Opening a savings account, you have to complete. They will issue an application for you. When you go to the bank and you tell the manager, I want to open savings account. Then they will issue application form you. Then you have to write your full name and birth year, date and month, and your name and address, this everything you have to fill, right? Then you have to complete this application. Then you have to submit this completed application to the bank, and you have to fill the deposit slip. Why? You want to deposit a certain amount of money there. Then they will give an account number for you. You write the account number on the slip. The amount you are going to deposit, that money also, amount of money you have to enter in that slip, and you put your signature and you put your name and you put your date on that slip. Then with the money you can submit that cash deposit slip. Then they will accept your money and they put that money to your account, right? Then the other one is KYC form. KYC, they will issue the other form, right? It is called as KYC customer. Normally we say KYC form. Practically we say KYC form, know your customer, right? With the national identity card, right? You want to submit you want to show your national identity card. They will check it and they will return you. Then deposit required minimum cash amount. Deposit required minimum cash amount, 100 rupees or 150, 500, 1000 rupees, like that. You can deposit the minimum amount of money to your account. Then they will open savings account for you. After that, anytime you can go to the bank and you can deposit any amount of money in your account. If you want to withdraw money using the ATM card, you can withdraw money from that account, right? Then it is the steps of opening savings account. What are they? Roughly you remember. Submit your completed application form. Then fill the deposit slip and KYC form with the national identity card. Then you deposit minimum amount of money to your account. Then already open your savings account, right? Now the details included in the savings account. Details included in the savings account. First one is description. Remember, details included in the savings account. Details. What are the details? They will issue a passbook to you. Passbook. You can see in the screen, like this kind of passbook they will issue, right? What are the details included in this savings account passbook, right? Can you see a little here, dates, right? Then then here some description, how much you are deposit and how much you withdraw. Then finally end of the column you can see the available balance, right? With the date, and this everything included in this passbook, right? So what are the details included in the passbook? Description. Description means like in this area they will give, right? Then deposit money. Deposited money. Then money withdrawals. Then the balance, right? When you deposit money, the amount of money you are going to deposit, that amount with the date they included in the passbook. When you withdraw money, the amount you are going to withdraw, that is included in the passbook. After that, available balance also mentioned in the passbook. These are the details included in the passbook. What are they? Description. The other one, deposited money. The other one is withdrawals. The other one is balance. I think you remember this everything. These are the details included in the savings account passbook. What are they? Description, deposited money, money withdrawals, and balance of the account, right? These are the details included in the savings account passbook, right? Now the other type of account is fixed deposit. Now the first account is what? Savings account. The second one, fixed deposits. The other word we use, term deposits. Term deposits, right? The deposits that are maintained for a certain time period, right? Certain time period at a certain interest rate are known as fixed deposits. Remember this. Here you can deposit a certain amount of large money, right? So 10,000, 50,000, 75,000, 100,000, like that. So here you want to deposit at once a certain amount of large amount of money for a agreed interest rate for a certain time period, right? Before the maturity date, you can't withdraw money in this account. But you remember the savings account? Savings account, you can deposit money anytime, any amount, right? And you can withdraw money anytime, any amount. They will issue a ATM card also for you. But here no those facilities. Here, right? Why? You have to deposit a large amount of money at once. You have to keep this money without doing any withdrawals until the maturity date, right? But remember, bank will pay highest interest rate for these kind of accounts than savings account, right? Why they pay large amount of interest rate for these account? Because you don't withdraw money before the maturity date. So that's why they pay highest interest rate. The other one, you remember this. There's some difference interest rates under the fixed deposits. If you deposit a large amount of money at once, and if you keep this money large time period, it will long term period, 5 years, 10 years, like, they will give special interest rate for you than normal fixed deposit accounts, right? So then that time they will pay large interest rate for you, right? These are the things again. Fixed deposits, the deposits that are maintained for a certain time period at a certain interest rate are known as fixed deposits. Here you can't get any passbook. They will give a document for you, including the details, how much you have deposited, when you have deposited, right? The amount of money you deposited, what is the maturity date, right? This everything included in that document. It is called as fixed deposit certificate. It is not the book. The other one is they never issue ATM or debit card against to the fixed deposit account, right? Then characteristics of fixed deposits. Maintaining the deposit for a certain period of time. I explained you before. You have to maintain this account for a certain amount of certain time period. You have to maintain this account for a certain time period. It may be for 3 months, 9 months, 1 year, 2 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, like. You can maintain this account for a certain time period. The other one is varying interest rate depending on deposit amount and time period. Different types of interest rates they will give. If your time period is long, they will give large interest rate, right? If your time period is less, short time period, 3 months, like 1 year, like that, they will give another interest rate for you. They motivate you to deposit large amount of money and to keep them large time period, so long term period, then they will give highest interest rate for you, right? That's why it's give here a different interest rate depending on deposit amount and time period, right? The other one, relatively higher interest rate to a savings account. Yeah, I explained it before. They will give highest interest rate than the savings account. Why they pay? Because you keep money a certain amount of agreed period of time without doing any withdrawals. The other one, a certain percentage can be obtained as a loan. Remember this. Now you go to the bank and you deposit 1 million in your fixed deposit. You agreed to not to withdraw money, not to take this money within 5 years. Then after the 5 years, you can withdraw money. The problem is this. You have to face for a certain urgent issue. Now you have money, a certain amount of money for your urgent matter. The problem is you can't withdraw money because you agreed to not to pay money before 5 years. Then they will give option for you. Then you go to the bank, right? You can request a certain amount of loan against to fixed deposit account. You think you have you have 1 million rupees in the fixed deposit account, then they will issue as a loan close to 80% of available money in your fixed deposit, 80% or 75%, right? Or sometime they will issue only 60% of money as a loan against to your fixed deposit, right? This is the other characteristics of fixed deposit. The other one, interest will be accumulated monthly. Accumulated monthly. Interest will be accumulated. Accumulated means collecting, right? Right? Collecting this month, you think your interest is 1,000 rupees, right? In the next month, they will pay interest 1,200, do you think? Then this everything add, right? So that's accumulated. Add in this interest to from 1 month to another month, right? Interest will be accumulated collectively. They will add every monthly interest to your account, right? Then your money, available money, monthly will be increasing. Why? They will add the interest to your available amount of money in the fixed deposit, right? That's why we say accumulated, right? Then these are the characteristics of fixed deposit accounts. What are they? Maintaining the deposit for a certain period of time, different interest rate depending on deposit amount and time period, relatively higher interest rate to a savings account, a certain percentage can be obtained as a loan, interest will be accumulated monthly, right? These are the characteristics of fixed deposit. You must remember this everything, right? Now the next one, opening fixed deposit account. Then you have a question, so how we open the fixed deposit account? You have a question now, how to open fixed deposit account, right? Then this is the method. Application form, they will issue a application form you, cash deposit slip also provided by them. The other one, previous time we made the same document, what? KYC form, know your customer, copy of the identity card. These are the documents needed here. What are the documents, right? They will issue an application form, you have to fill it properly, and cash deposit slip also they will provide you, right? Then you have to fill that cash deposit slip. You have to enter your name, date, amount you are going to deposit, and you put your signature. This everything you mention in this cash deposit slip. The other one is KYC form, you know your customer, right? Then copy of the identity card, right? When you provide these all the documents to the cashier with the money, right? Then they will open fixed deposit account for you. But you must remember this, they never issue a debit card or ATM card against your fixed deposit. They never issue passbook against to the fixed deposit, right? But they will issue a fixed deposit certificate including the amount you deposited, including the time period and the agreed interest rate. This everything included in the fixed deposit certificate. Details included in fixed deposit certificate. What are the details included in fixed deposit certificate? I explained it, but look at here again. Name of the depositor. Yeah. Depositor name. If your name is Nayana Pereira, then in that fixed deposit certificate, they enter the name as Nayana Pereira, right? Then date of the money deposited. When you deposit this money, that date also included in that fixed deposit certificate. The other one is maturity date. Maturity date means when you withdraw money in order to the agreement. If you have deposited for 5 years, after the 5 years, the date is maturity date, right? Then interest rate. Interest rate, how much the agreed interest rate for your fixed deposit, that interest rate also included in the fixed deposit certificate, right? Now, what are the details included in fixed deposit certificate? Name of the depositor, date of the money deposited, maturity date, and interest rate, right? These are the details included in the fixed deposit certificate. Fixed deposit certificate. Now you know there are main 3 types of accounts maintained by commercial bank. One is savings account, the other one is fixed deposit account. We have explained these 2 accounts. Now we move to the very important account to the businessman. It is current account. Current account, right? Current account, we give another name for this, demand deposits. Demand deposits. Current account is an account which allows doing transactions via checks, right? Current account is an account which allows doing transactions through checks. This account is called current account. This account is very important to the businessman to conduct their business transaction easy. Open in a current account. Now we see how we open the current account, right? Current accounts can be opened individually, jointly, or in the name of the business. Yeah, you can open current account using your name, right? Then you can open account for yourself, by yourself. Then it is called as individual current account. But there are some business organization, actually they conduct with the different owners. We generally say they are the partnership business. Think about the partnership business, there are a lot of owners, so they can open current account using their own names, right? Not only one person there. Here there are more people can open current account. The other one is, you think you have a business, you have a registered business, you want to open current account for your business. Then you can give your name to the bank and you can open current account using your business name, right? There are different methods to open current account, right? Now, the other one is, most of the businessmen use current accounts in order to conduct their business activities easily. Yeah, actually, why the businessmen open current accounts? They can open current account and after that, they can do their all the payments, employee salary, water bill, electricity bill, their leasing installments, house rent, is all the payments through checks. No need to go to the bank to withdraw money, right? They can conduct their business operation smoothly, and if they want to do different payment, they can issue a check to settle their payments. They can save their time. It's very important to the businessman, right? The other one, when opening such an account, an individual having an active current account in the respective commercial bank is required to introduce the new customer by completing the relevant application form. This is a good condition, right? Remember, this is not like opening just savings and fixed deposit account, right? If you want to open fixed deposit or savings account, you can go to the bank and you can talk to the manager and you can deposit the money, how much you have, so in the savings account or fixed deposit account, right? No is the permission required by anyone here, right? But you remember this, if you want to open a current account, someone should recommend you are the good customer, you are the good businessman to conduct your business operations, right? Here, that person should maintain current account in the same bank, right? So, that person should recommend you, you are the good customer, you are the good businessman, like that. So, they have to put their signature in your application form, right? The other one, when opening a current account, the relevant current account mandate, deposit slip and signature card need to be completed and submitted along with the national identity card, right? Then they will issue a signature card. You have to put your signature on that signature card. When you issue a check to do any payment, you have to use the same signature given by you to the bank, right? Then when you issue a check, if you put another signature, they will reject your check because why? You have given another signature to the bank. Then bank will issue the signature card for you. You have to put your original signature. The same signature you have to put in your checkbook when you issue a check to someone, right? These are the details, right? Current account do not earn an interest. The bank will charge a fee if the balance in the current account reduces below a certain minimum level and for other services provided by the bank to the account holder. This is not like savings and fixed deposit. If you have a savings account, you can earn interest. If you have fixed deposit, you can earn a large amount of interest for your available money in the fixed deposit. But you remember, bank will charge bank charges for your current account. Why? It is a service given by the bank to the businessman, right? So they will issue checkbooks for you. They will charge checkbook charges, right? When you issue a check, they will pay money for your check, right? They will give a better service than savings and fixed deposit accounts. So they will charge bank charges for your current account. The other one is, if you don't maintain minimum level of cash balance in your current account, they will charge additional interest from you, but not like savings and fixed deposit accounts. This is the very, very important account to the businessman. Why? They can conduct their business operations smoothly if they maintain current account. Not only this, if you have not enough money in your current account, but they will give chance for you to issue checks to do your payments. The bank will pay money for your checks if it is not enough money, even though not enough money in your bank account. But later you have to deposit money to your current account, right? These all the facilities can be taken from the bank, right? Advantages of current account. Advantages of current account. Now, what are the advantages? Ability to make payments through checks. If you don't have current account, you can't issue you can't issue a check to do your payments. Why? If you have a savings account, if you have a fixed deposit account, the check transactions facilities are not provided for these accounts, right? But if you have a current account, they will issue a checkbook you. Then what you do? If you want to pay employee salary, if you want to pay expenses for your advertising, if you want to pay leasing installment, if you want to pay insurance payment, for these all the payments can be done by you through issuing checks. Then you can save your time. You can conduct your business operations smoothly, right? Then ability to make payments through checks. The ability to make payments through checks make it easy and secure for the transaction done by the businessman. Example, employee salaries, electricity bills, insurance premiums. These all the payments can be paid by you, right? The other one, ability to obtain bank overdraft facilities. Bank overdraft facilities. I told it before. Overdraft facilities means this. You think now no enough money in your bank account. In your bank account now you have only 10,000 rupees. You think, for an example. For an example you think, right? Available money how much? 10,000. Now you want to pay 15,000 rupees to your employee as employee salary. Then what you do? You write a check. You write a check. Mention the 15,000. And you put your signature also on that check. Remember, now do you have enough money to pay for this check? No. You have only how much? 10,000. But you issued the check 15,000. Remember, if you have done transactions before properly with the bank will pay 15,000 rupees for this check. But you had only 10,000. 5,000 rupees was given by the bank using the bank money. Your draft is over. Your balance is over. Your balance is 10,000. Your balance is exceed by how much? 5,000. That's why we say overdraft. That facilities also can be taken by you if you have current account. But you remember, when you deposit next time money in the bank account, they will deduct that 5,000 rupees. Right? So that is called as bank overdraft facilities. Right? Ability to issue checks to exceed the available money in the bank account. What is the bank overdraft? Ability to issue checks to exceed available money in the bank account. So that facility is called what? Bank overdraft facilities. Now you know what are the advantages of having current account? Ability to make payments through checks, ability to obtain bank overdraft facilities, to collect remittances. The other one is to collect remittances. What do you mean by that? Collect remittances. Remittances is this. Remember, you have rented out your building to someone. That person should pay monthly 50,000 to your account. Right? If not, you invested your money in the share market. Share market will pay your income to you against the invested money. Then you can inform to these peoples means the person who get your building as rental basis, and you can inform to your share market to deposit their income directly to your current account. They no need to come to your place to pay their money. Then you inform to them to directly deposit their payments, it means your income, to your bank account. That is called direct remittances. Direct remittances. Right? The other one, to activate stand-in orders. Stand-in orders. Remember, as a businessman, they are very busy. Sometimes they may forget to do their leasing payment on time, bank loan installment on time. So, if you have a current account, you can give an order to the bank to pay your leasing payment on time, bank loan installment on time. Then bank will deduct that your leasing installment or bank loan installment from your account, and they will transfer that money to the relevant leasing company or to the relevant bank on behalf of you. Here, no need to go to the different leasing institutes to pay your leasing payment. No need to go to the banks to settle your bank loan installment. Then this everything is done by the bank if you have a current account in the commercial bank. Right? But you remember, you must give proper order to the bank to do this stand-in order facilities. Right? Stand-in order facilities means the payments are done by the bank on behalf of you. It's easy for you. Right? Then Payment of insurance premiums, payments of loan installment, these are the different payments you can activate under the stand-in order facility. The other one is this. You will receive a bank statement. What do you mean by bank statement? Bank statement means you can get a report at the end of every month, including all the transactions done by you through current account. It means like this. Then when you issue checks, how many checks you issued during the month? You think you issued 5 checks. To Nimal, Kamal, Sunil, like that. Right? You deposited money 10 times during the month. 10 times. And also you deposited 5 times, received check to your current account. All the transactions done by you during the month included in this statement. Not only that, they will charge a certain amount of money from you as bank charges. If you have given any stand-in order facilities to do, so these stand-in orders facilities payments also included in this statement. Sometime if they have issued checkbooks, so checkbook charges also included in this statement. So all the transactions done by you with the bank through current account included in this document. That document will be sent by the bank to you at the end of every month. If you want to check the summary of the transactions done by you, you can use that bank statement. Then bank statement simply means this, a document issued by the bank to the current account holder at the end of every month, including all the transactions done during the month. It's easy for you. It will give big help to understand your mistakes while you are doing the transactions. Right? This is the other important thing if you have a current account. Right? Now we move again. What are the advantages of having current account? Right? The first one is you can do transactions through checks. You can do transactions through checks. The other one, you can get bank overdraft facilities. You know what is overdraft facilities? Overdraft means what? Ability to issue checks to exceed available money in the bank account. It is called as what? It is called as what? Say. Bank overdraft facilities, right? The other one is to collect direct remittances. You can collect different income through your current account. You can give an order to those people to deposit their payments to your current account, not to come to your business place, right? The other one, you can activate stand-in orders. Stand-in orders. Stand-in order, you can give an order to the bank to pay your fixed payments to the fixed institutes. They will do that payment end of the month. They will deduct that money from your bank account, right? The other one is this, receiving bank statement. Receiving bank statement means this. What? Bank will issue a document. Bank will issue a document including all the transactions done by you during the month, and they will send this document to you. If you have some mistakes in recording transaction in your bank account maintained by you in your business place, you can check it with comparing this bank statement. These are the advantages of having current account. Then in this part, we have done supporting services. Under the supporting services, we discuss about especially bank. Bank will provide 2 types of services, especially commercial banks. What are the 2 types of services? Services related to the deposits. The other one, services related to the electronic cash. Under the services related to the deposits, we have discussed savings accounts, fixed deposits accounts and current account. Under the current account, we have discussed what are the importance of having current account, how to open current account. These are the details we have done in this part. In the next part, we are going to discuss about the check transactions. What is the check endorsements, check crossings. These are the details we are going to discuss in the next part.